Hey John, thanks for coming up today and doing this video. I want to introduce some people to this beautiful cabin up here in Sunlight Basin in Cody. Today's just a beautiful day, and so let's just go inside and have a walk around. Come on in. So I can see the alarm is beeping here, the security system, so we better disarm it. Or we'll have the cops up here in a hurry. So we have the door alarms. We have the motion sensor over there in the corner. And we have another door alarm here at the back. Door, this thing is, we don't ever have any problems up here in Sunlight, but if they do, the troops will come running. I think we'll just start right here in the kitchen, John, to start off with the ladies. It's a great kitchen. It's kind of a U-shaped kitchen here. You can see we have all the cabinetry is by Wilson Cabinetry out of Billings, Montana. Mark has been in the cabinet business for many years. This is what you call the it's hickory, but it's made out of heartwood, the heartwood of the hickory tree, and it's the bandsaw cut. So you can see the texture there, and I just love hickory, but I wanted something that wasn't quite so smooth for the cabin look, and you can see the cast iron type poles there. The kitchen sink again is one of those farmhouse type sinks, Kohler. Of course, everything is Kohler in the house. Kohler with the nice faucet there, and I really like the stove. John, I looked all over for a stove that was fit the cabin. It's a new stove, but it's not a. I want it to look kind of old. It's a. I can't hardly pronounce it. It's a Bertazzoni, made in Italy. It's ran off of LP, and for that's propane. I have a 1,000-gallon propane tank outside, buried in the ground. So it's a 6-burner stove, very nice. You can see the countertops are satin, granite, black granite. I didn't want anything shiny, so after looking at about 150 to 200 samples of granite, this is the only granite that I was satisfied with. Nice Maytag refrigerator, freezer down below, and like you can see, it's hardly been used. That's not my beer, by the way, that's my friend Gary's. He comes up here, him and his wife. He's going to shoot me when he sees this video. But nice little refrigerator freezer there, and as you can see, we have that nice cabinetry on the outside of the door too, and a nice door close. So we'll come on in. This is the dining room area, John. Boy, you can see right up the valley there today. It's just absolutely beautiful. You can see those the clouds in the background, and you know, for people that want to have a cabin with someplace to go, you can jump on your side-by-side and four-wheeler, and you can go up this valley about 20 miles to some of the most beautiful country in the world. It's just absolutely breathtaking, and so I wanted to point that out. We have two huge fixtures in here, one in the dining room area, one in the living room area. Sorry about some of those light bulbs that are out, but that's how that is. These things came in a crate. I couldn't believe it, and it was quite a chore to get them hung from the ceiling, but we finally did. And we have a big fan up there in the ceiling, so on a warm day like today, you can come over here and you can turn on the fan. You got low speed, high speed, and medium, and it'll cool you right down. Turn that fan back off. It works great. And I might say too, I kind of forgot, I wanted to introduce the builder, or say who he was, but the builder of this log house, John, was Cork Nelson. And Cork Nelson was one of the premier log home builders here in Cody. And he just, as you can see, he did an absolutely fantastic job. And then I had Spence Benoit of Benoit Construction. He did all the finish work around all the windows. You might see the trim around all the windows is just absolutely perfect. You can't beat it. All the windows in the house are clear fir. They're Lowen windows. They're a double hung window. You have the real wood dividers. It's not the fake wood, it's the real wood. So that's kind of what you're getting here. Another thing, when I was talking to Cork about building this log cabin, you might see you have a log on this side of the window over here, John, and then you have another log over here on this side of the window. Well, most log builders, what they'll do when they only need a short piece of log, maybe 4 to 5 feet long, they just go to their scrap pile and they would get a log 4 or 5 feet and put it in there. And I told Cork, I said, Cork, I want to have the very same log from this side of the window to this side of the window to this side of the door. I want the same log to go all the way through. So I don't care if you cut that log in the center and pull it apart, but I don't want a totally different log to be in the mix. And he said, well, Harold, he says, you know, that's going to cost more money. And I said, yeah, I know that, but that's the way I want it. And so Cork was very willing to work with me with some of my OCD tendencies, and we got it. It just looks fantastic. Might see too, we got tile floor here. This cabin has got in-floor radiant heat. So we have a boiler downstairs that heats up the floor. So in the wintertime, you can walk around here in your stocking feet and you don't get that cold draft on the floor. It's really nice. Might point out a couple things about the fireplace, John. Earl Claudson with Claudson Masonry and Cody was the mason of this, and there's a fireplace both here and downstairs. This is a propane fireplace. It's a Fireplace Extraordinaire is the brand. It's the Artisan series, and you can see this has got the hammered nickel front, and just a beautiful fireplace. I think I better not say how many BTUs, I can't remember, but it's a 44-inch fireplace. Again, just walking around here, you can see the great views that we have. There's just not a window here. I've got big windows, that's looking west. And so you can also see here, right here, we have a triple door. It's just got one operation. This is a Lowen also, it matches the windows, it's clear fir. And when you lock this, John, so this is the only operable door right here. And you can see it's got the finish, the hard finish. You don't need any kind of maintenance on the outside. But when you lock the door, it locks at 3 points. It has a pin down at the bottom that goes down. It has a deadbolt here that comes out, and it has a pin here that goes up. So you lock the door like that, pull it up and lock it, and now you've got a 3-point lock there that really is secure, and really a nice door. I think we'll just stay upstairs here. We'll walk down the hall and go into the master bedroom area. Might point out this is the little entry closet right here, and John, you might notice these are all 1 3/4 doors, and they're an exterior door. And what I liked about them, well, they're extra heavy, but they're also older. But I have a nice rubber stop on them, so when you close the door, it doesn't just clang. It goes against that nice soft rubber stop there, and just a nice door. All oil rub bronze hardware. You might look at the nice fixtures and come down here. Got very nice fixtures in the cabin here. This is another, like a linen closet here at the end of the hallway. And John, you can see, you open it up, the lights come on automatically. I mean, yep, here's some stuff that's just there, but it's you got the outside logs, you got the nice wood inside, so very nice little closet. You always need a lot of storage space. You can never have enough. This is the master bathroom, John, and again, that's a nice Kohler sink. all Kohler hardware, Kohler fixtures. Again, the nice cabinetware made by Mark Wilson. And we also have the stool in the tub, the clawfoot tub. I just thought you got to have a cabin with a clawfoot tub. It's very nice to relax in. You got a nice window there, and just a very, very nice tub. The other thing I might want to point out, the brackets on these little shelving units and on the little, what do you call that thing? Just the seat down there were handmade by Boone's Machine Shop right here in Cody. So custom made. I wanted something that would kind of match the wrought iron that's on the base of that sink. So I went to Paul LaRue there at Boone's, and he fixed that up for me, and I'm really glad of it. Okay, we'll walk into the master bedroom. And the master bedroom is very nice. You can tell we've got the big log beams up above, and that actually is supporting the loft upstairs. And it also adds a lot of ambiance to this room. We have big windows looking south, a nice window there looking to the east to wake you up in the morning. And I don't have everything, all the furniture all put together, but I outfitted it with all that old hickory furniture. Just love it. You might even take a look inside the closet. I know it's not perfectly organized, but that's okay. You can see the lights, it's well lit. You have a number 2 fir, and that's the saw cut. The circular saw cut is the texture of that wood, and just you got big closet there, so you know you never have enough closet room in a master bedroom. Well, John, I think we'll go upstairs to the loft. And, you know, a cabin is not a cabin without a loft. There's something about it when I designed this cabin that I just wanted a loft, because the views up there are terrific. It's just kind of fun. And if you got kids, they love a loft. So I needed to have an extra couple bedrooms up there. And so we're just go up the loft. We got nice half log steps here as we're going up, you can see, and they're heavy. You might notice the size of the logs in this cabin also. These are not your small 8-inch logs. Most of these logs in this cabin are 12 to 14 inches. They're big logs. And one thing about Cort Nelson, when he designed this, and what a craftsman he is, they build it in Cody, and they build it both the bottom half, and then they build the top half, and they have them sitting side by side in his log yard in Cody. And then they take it apart piece by piece, number the logs, bring it up here 45 miles out of Cody, and then they assemble it, and it all fits together perfectly. I just don't see how they do it, but he did a great job. You might notice too the nice look that we have on all the woodwork in here. The woodwork was, of course, all these logs are all hand scraped, so they're all hand peeled. You know, they come in, they got bark on them. They hand peel them, and of course you bring them up here, and then the first thing you have to do is you have to sand them. And you lightly sand them, and then you put the stain on them to get the kind of color that you want. And then you put on a clear coat varnish, and then you sand that and you put on another coat. One of the best guys in Cody to do that is Cotton Heiser. And Cotton is just a fantastic craftsman. You might even see right here in this truss of this log, right here was a bolt hole. And of course that holds the truss together. There's one here on this side, and there's one over here on this side. And so Cotton, he didn't like to see that bolt there, so he said, well, Harold, I can fix that. So he goes out and he finds a piece of wood about that size. He puts it in there, and as you can tell, it just looks like another knot in the log. So this is the loft, and you can see we have, these are a 3x6 floor built by Timberweld out of Columbus, Montana. So the floor up here is also the ceiling down below. It's a tongue and groove product, and just a great product. Timberweld went out of business, and it was just basically a lot of people, I guess they couldn't afford the quality, but I just love it up here. We have two nice twin beds and big logs. I mean, you can see the logs in the ceiling. There's a fan up here also. Yeah, the fan is, again, you can operate it down below. I think we might even have a remote, but I'm not sure. And but the loft is fun, John. If you look down over here and you look down into I guess what I like about a loft is you can look down into the living room, you can have a little bit of conversation, and now isn't that a great view? I mean, you got the fireplace, you got the rug, you just got the nice little sitting area, and what an awesome, and look how tall this is. You are up here in the air. When you get up here in the loft, I mean, we're a good, our heads are probably about 16 feet or so, and still another 4 or 5 feet up to the top of up there, to the ridge. That was the word I was looking for, was the ridge. So we'll go on downstairs and see what we can find down there. You can see on this landing here, we have some more of that heartwood hickory. I just love that. It's a very hard wood. It'll last past my lifetime. And it always looks good. Another thing, isn't it nice to have some Navajo rugs in a cabin? I mean, what is a cabin in Cody, Wyoming without a few Navajo rugs? And you see I've got a few Navajo rugs hung around, and you know, they're getting hard to find, and we're really glad to have them. So as we go downstairs here, you might notice on the finish on these walls, this is all the circular cut #2 fir, and the flooring is again the hickory heartwood with bandsaw cut. So what a great little family room this is, John. I'm just going to see here, got the little remote, and we're going to turn up get that fireplace. You can see now this is a 36-inch fireplace down here. And again, it's made by Fireplace Extraordinaire, and this is the copper hammered face, the Artisan series, and we'll see if we can get that remote to kick this fireplace on. Once you know, you come here to do a video and it doesn't just want to turn right on like it always should. So anyway, John, you might, there it comes on. So, and it takes a little while to get the flame up, John. I've got the flame turned way down. You can adjust the flame so it's not too high. But you might notice, like, I'm about 6 foot. So this is, we poured these walls 10 foot tall. These were 10-foot concrete walls, and then we have our BCI joists sitting inside of them. So that would be the what's right on top of this saw cut timbers up here. Because I hate a low ceiling in a basement. And I knew once we had these big logs down here, if our ceiling was at 8 foot, the bottom of these would be at 7 foot or below. So I've got a grandson that's about 6'5". I didn't want him to be ducking his head when he comes in here. So we went with 10-foot walls, 9-foot ceiling, and then you have lots of room. You know, the one thing I thought about today too, John, you might look at this pool table, and this is a Brunswick pool table. And so I just thought what I would do, and I just want to show you. So if a person that buys this house can beat me in 3 out of 5 games of pool, I'm going to give him a $5,000 discount. 3 out of 5 games, you got to beat me. We'll come down here and If you can beat me, you'll get a $5,000 discount. This is going to go with the house, with the cabin. So you have a real nice Brunswick pool table. And this here is a Brunswick shuffleboard. So great fun to play here. If you want to know how we got this, I don't know, about a 20-foot table through here, we had to come right through this window right here. So that's how we got the shuffleboard table in here. I'm not going to haul it out of here. You need to have something to do when you're in the cabin. So we're just going to leave it right here. Walking on down, now this is the bathroom that's downstairs here in the basement. You can see we have the Kohler pedestal sink, and we have the Kohler shower in the end there. Of course, the Kohler stool, some more nice Wilson cabinetry of the hickory heartwood, and so a very nice bathroom. This is what I call the guest room. And sorry, it's a little dark in here, but very nice room, nice and warm and toasty. You have a big window there for egress if you need it. And you can see it's just very rustic. It's all new, but it just kind of has that old look to it. Big closet down here too. So, I got my friend left his towel in there. Became a towel rack, but that give you an idea. That's just half of the closet there. So, big closet here for all your whatever clothes you may want. Again, you might notice all the doors are alder. They're all a knotty alder, and from the closet doors to all the doors, again, 1 3/4 doors. You got the nice rubber stop there, and there's no sheetrock in this house, in this cabin. We didn't bring any sheetrock up here. It's all wood or stone or tile. Down here at the end of the hallway, we have another nice utility closet right there. And again, the light comes on automatically. This is the utility room. Nice Mark Wilson cabinetry with the granite top again. You got the nice cabinet here. Lots of space, lots of space. Some more of those handmade shelving standards there. Brand new washer and dryer. I've never used these. These are Kenmore Elite. They're staying right here with the house. And it does have a Kinetco water softener here. So that goes with the house also. And then you have a nice Wild McLean. It's an ultra high efficient boiler. It runs the heat. We have 2 zones of heat. We have the zone floor heat that goes up, that's upstairs. And then we have the zone that's downstairs. So once you warm up this concrete and all the soil below it, and it gets warm, it stays warm. It's a very nice even heat. It's just very comfortable. Well, we love it. And so some people ask, well, you have internet up there? Well, what I do for internet is I'm a Verizon customer. And as a Verizon customer, we don't have very good service up here, but AT&T does. They have a tower up there up on the mountain. So I've got an AT&T phone down here that I use as a hotspot, and then I tie into that hotspot with either my iPad or my computer or my phone, and then I can surf the internet. You can also get like Dish up here, so if you want to go that route. I just don't spend that much time doing that, so I haven't used it too much, but the hotspot works good. And I think that's about it, John. We'll go outside here in a little bit, and we'll show you around the outside. But thanks for coming inside, and we can just kind of show the world. This nice little cabin up here in the Sunlight Basin, right outside of Cody, Wyoming.